Softer. Let me turn you up a bit. Just busy cleaning my glasses. Okay. Are you going to stay all lesson?
Actually, I'm only here for pushing your class live. I think someone else is going to be here. Let me check. I think Phil is going to be here with you for the rest of the class.
Philip.
Yep, Philip.
Okay, I don't know Philip. It must be you.
Okay, so you're live, and I think Phil is also here.
Yeah, I
So,
see Philip. Hello, Philip. Okay.
okay, have a great class, Michael. See you.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Harry. Yes. Hello,
Good evening,
Philip. You
Michael.
there? Hi. Nice to meet.
I'm here.
Yeah. Shall I make
How are
you
you?
co-host, Phil? I'm going to make you co-host, Phil. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. You've never been in my class before. Are you new in the company?
Yeah, this is my first time having your class so far.
Okay. Well, good luck. It's great to have you in my class. And,
Yeah, thank you so much. So I'll just be working in the background, and if you need anything else, or if you need help about something, just get my attention. Okay.
that's fine. That's fine. Are you going to put something in the chat for
Yeah,
the other?
I'll be queuing the questions in the chat, because if you're presenting something, you won't be it's difficult to monitor the chat. So if there are questions, I'll call your attention and then read them to you.
Okay, that's fine. And feel free to participate. If you are listening to the class and you want to ask a question, just also feel free just to do that. All right.
Okay, sure, no problem. Thank you so much.
Okay. This is
So
also my. Sorry.
no, I mean, yeah, but my question is, where are you from?
Oh, originally from South Africa, but at the moment I'm living in Perth in Western Australia.
Okay, yeah, but because your accent is basically not American, so I thought it's kind of like British or Australian. Yeah, I like your accent, by the way.
That's great, thank you. Yeah, certainly not Australian. It's nothing like Australian.
Yeah, maybe almost there, but completely not American though.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, the Americans are amused by it. Yeah. Oh, we've got Nina as well. Hey, hello, Nina.
Hello, how are you?
All right. Haven't seen you for a long time.
I know. I was on another project, but I'm back.
Okay. So we got Phil with us as well, Nina. Yeah.
Yes. Hi, Phil.
Hi, Nina. How are you?
Good, and you?
We're good.
Okay, that's what it. Open our window a bit. Get some fresh air in. Yeah, this is a. Nina, are you going to stay in all the time or not?
No, I'm just here to do the check-in, and then I check out.
Okay.
Yeah, in case somebody needs any audio video help. But Phil will be here Phil will be your TA.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
whole time.
Yeah. No, that's great. This is the first time I'm presenting this class. I designed it myself, and today is the first time. So
Nice. Wonderful.
yeah, there's quite a complex thing to present. Anyway, we'll see, because I'm presenting on Zoom. Okay, and Donna does it so well. She's got a different agenda, but she's so cool, calm, and collected, and I guess she's well experienced in it over the year. But anyway, I'm sure it'll go well.
Yeah, definitely.
So I see we have 24 people booked into the class. Now, if I take the last week as an example, only 50% come in. We're not sure why at this stage, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's it. 50%. That's pretty good. At least you'll have a nice class where they can participate a little more.
Yeah, yeah. Good. Yeah. Tell me, my sound, is it all right? There's no feedback or any background noises?
No, perfect.
Okay, that's great. Thanks.
And you know, we're supposed to record this as well, right? While streaming.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
we do, because we offer them a recording, don't we? So
Yes.
now it's interesting then. So Phil, will you turn on the recording, or must I still do it like I've been doing in the past?
Actually, either of us, but I can do that if you want to.
Yeah, let me do it, because it's a habit now. I'm into a habit of turning it on. So
Okay.
we'll do it. I'll turn it on now while I'm thinking about it. Okay. So Phil, turn your video on quickly, man. I want to see who you are.
Oh, let me just set my computer up because my background is not really nice right now. One moment.
All right. Okay. No, you don't have to. Don't let me force you. It's all right. I was just, it's nice to see you in the class.
All right. I will mute myself.
I'm just going to take my video for a minute while I blow my nose. Suppose I should have taken off my.
It's really dark here right now because I'm in my room. So
Okay, now that's great. Okay, nice to see you.
yeah, because usually we don't need to turn on our video, so that's why I haven't set up my room. Okay, so they're coming in right now. I'll just be in the background. Just call my attention if you need.
Okay.
Right?
Thanks for joining us. Hello, Joyce. How are you?
Hi, fine. How are you?
Good. I'm doing well, thank you. Yeah, doing very well. And Cheryl, nice to see you too. I can just hear you in the background. Okay.
Oh, yes, nice to see you too, Michael.
We're not going to kindergarten. Let's go to kindergarten.
Okay. Florence, it sounds like you got some background there.
No, you're gonna be the little man on campus.
Hello.
Hello, who's that?
20% of now fully vaccinated.
You've just got a number next to your name. Okay. Hello. Okay. Okay.
Hello, Michael.
Hello, who is that?
Sam.
Sam. Okay,
Yeah.
Sam. Okay, that's great. Nice to have you in class, Sam.
Okay, thank you.
No, it is parents.
Parent or parent of.
Parents. Parents. People need to get that right. I don't got a dad.
Come on.
Michael first.
Phil,
I'll
silence.
be the last.
You co-host. Okay.
Because he can't bring me down.
Okay, there we are. That's great. Okay.
When one thing goes down, the whole thing starts crashing.
Okay, that's great. All right. No, maybe mic back on again. Let's mute again. There we are. All right. So we've had a little bit of background interactions. We'll see. How are you?
fine.
We'll see. I don't remember the name. Have you been in one of my classes before?
Yes.
Oh, shame on me.
Yes, I have.
Okay, shame on me. Thank you. So we'll see. Why have you joined this particular class about Zoom tips and tricks?
I want to be more proficient at utilizing it and being a host at some point.
Okay, okay. Have you taken an introductory course to Zoom previously?
Yeah, I took something with you. I'm not certain what the name
Yeah,
of the
that was an
class.
introduction. Yeah, that was an introduction. That's good because this is the first time I'm hosting this particular class. I designed it based on the questions that had been asked over the months on the introduction Zoom. So I hope you're going to enjoy it. So Sam, why are you here?
Well, I do Zoom classes with Get Set Up, and I want to learn how to be a host and therefore learn the different things I need to know in order to be a more proficient host.
Okay, okay. And Joyce, why are you here?
Well, I host meetings for my Red Hat group on Zoom, and I need to learn how to share my screen.
Okay, okay. Fair enough. Janice, why are you here? Good morning, by the way. I don't think I said good morning to you.
Evening where I am. Good evening.
Sorry, it's 7 o'clock in the morning in Western Australia. Yeah, where I am.
Nope.
So good evening.
7 o'clock in the evening.
Okay.
Well, I do Zoom with a group and we exercise and then we talk and then we try to get all the glitches out, and sometimes nobody knows how to do whatever. So maybe I could be the spokesman to help us move on. But I'm looking at myself and I'm kind of cloudy today.
Yes, you are.
You are.
I think it's a light in front of you somehow. I think that's a bit cloudy. Or you need more light in front of you. You need more light in front of you. Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for sharing that. And then is that Joel Finstein?
Joel, yeah. Before COVID, I taught classes in a yoga studio, Tai Chi, and I want to start teaching classes remotely. And my first experiences with Zoom were really bad. So I took 3 classes at Get Set Up, and now I saw yours.
Okay. Okay, that's great. Have you done the introduction to Zoom, one of those classes?
Yes.
Oh,
yes, I did.
Okay. Okay. Now that's a great starting point, the introduction, to cover it all, because we don't cover the introduction here. Okay. So Teresa, why are you around tonight?
Oh, I've been Zooming a lot and I host a lot, but now my group is going to get a license. It's going to upgrade. And so I want to know what will be available with the upgrade, and just to see what tips, what's available that I don't know about, what I could be doing.
Right. Okay, well, I hope you pick up some tips. Okay, and Vera, tell me why.
A little bit of all of the above, and also I'd like to know how to cast Zoom from my phone to my Roku TV. I have Chromecast on there, but when I'm on Zoom, that disappears. To be able to cast.
Okay, no, that's fine. Hiroko, you're such a familiar face. Welcome.
Thank you.
So why you?
Two purposes. One, I teach languages to my grandchildren through Zoom and their classmates at colleges. And another one is that my second career after retirement is an interpreter, multilingual interpreters. And due to this COVID-19, instead of in-person interpretation. Even business conferences, they use Zoom interpretation.
Okay.
So I'm actually quite an expert because most of the Zoom introduction to Zoom classes are for somebody how to participate into the presentation. They don't teach you how for you to initiate.
Okay.
Most of them you are student or kind of participant. So how to kind of get onto this Zoom programs. But my situation is that I like to be a host.
Okay. No, that's fine. Thank you very much for sharing that. And Marilyn, welcome. Are you here? Your microphone is off.
There.
There we are.
I think I've got it on.
Yes,
I did not take any introductory class to Zoom, and I wanted to grab this because more and more my meetings are on Zoom, and they're okay if somebody else starts them, but to go and join a meeting or start a meeting or host a meeting, I have no clue. So I thought I'm going to listen in and see what I can learn from you tonight.
Okay,
But I do want to do the basics too, but I didn't see them in the program yet.
Yeah, I do a basic, but other guides also do basics, and I strongly recommend you do that because you'll probably be a little bit lost in today's class because we're not doing the basics. Okay, so you might not know how to start off and get going, but you're welcome to see and join in. And
thank you.
Okay, and Nancy, you've been into a basic before, haven't you? Yes, okay. And you also want to get moving forward. Sorry, are you preoccupied there, but that's fine. Let me leave you. So Nelda, why are you here and welcome?
I haven't taken the basic either, but I do have a lot of groups that use Zoom other than get set up. So and I might want to be a host. One of the other groups.
Okay, thank you very much. Mary, hello and welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. I have one of the pro accounts, and so I end up hosting a lot of meetings or enabling a lot of meetings, and I still haven't been able to figure out how to share the screen, which I would like to be able to do. And so some of the meetings actually have 100 people in them, so I want to be able to do a few things with those.
Fair enough. Okay. And Lee, welcome. And what's your reason for being here? Your microphone's
yeah,
is off.
there we go. I host a meeting every week to learn about learning Spanish. And some of my participants have a hard time getting into the Zoom meeting. And I need to be able to explain to them what's going on if I can figure that out.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on. Why they can't get in, I don't know.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Thanks for sharing that, Lee. Okay, Carol? Good morning.
Hi. I have done a few Zoom meetings, but I also would like to know why sometimes I can't get in. Do everything the same way, and I thought maybe you've got some magic to show me.
Okay, that's fine. That's great. Tracy, hello and welcome.
Hi, thank you. You know, I have been successful at sharing the screen sometimes, and sometimes I'm not. And I'm not sure what's happening there, what I'm doing. Maybe it's if I'm moving from one shared screen to another shared screen. The other thing I'd like to get a look at is breakout rooms and how to use those and put people in breakout rooms. Thank you.
Okay, that's great. And then I think finally, Kathy, hello, welcome, and why are you here?
Hi. Well, I currently teach some community classes with my local library. And actually, I teach Zoom on Zoom, which sounds funny, but as I'm sure you know what you're doing right now, but I'm here just to see what other tips you may have.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, you know it's not easy to teach Zoom on Zoom.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting because this is my first class that I've designed to teach Zoom on Zoom.
Okay.
So we hope it goes well. So, all right, we need to get started. Thank you for everybody for sharing what you have shared. It gives me an idea of what to emphasize, and you know, it's important in a class because you can't emphasize everything, or you have a far fewer things and then you emphasize them all. But I have quite a lot that I want to share with you that I think may be of interesting to you as hosts using Zoom. So what I'm going to, I haven't introduced Phil. Phil is the assistant from Get Set Up in our class today. You'll see him on the participants list. He has his camera off all the time, but he's there. He will help you with any technical problems, first of all, you know, microphone problems, and just message him and he'll help you. Or if you have a question, let's say outside of this class that you've been meaning to ask, he will forward that question on to the right people as well. So Phil, welcome to our class. Right, this class, I must tell you, while I am starting to share the Zoom, is being recorded, and it's also been live streamed either on Facebook or on Instagram, Get Set Up itself, okay, on the website, Get Set Up TV. So, but I must tell you that no photographs or videos are streamed. So you're not getting, as I'm told, you're not getting your faces on to, but your name and your audio is coming live. All right. So you now, as Mary will tell you, I've now shared Zoom on Zoom. Okay. So we now have options of doing various things, and I'm going to start off with I think probably the video up arrow. Let me rather do that, because that, if we come down to the bottom of the screen, okay, you see the bottom of the Zoom screen, you will see the tool, the management tools right on the bottom. Okay, as a host, those who are used to doing this, I have my own tools where you can't see them, but now I'm sharing the screen. So we're now up, and so a little bit of interesting thing. We click on that little up arrow, and we click on video settings. Okay, we'll come back to the virtual background that's also on there. Are you watching? So we click on video settings. Okay, now we have some options. There are two aspects I want to show you here. Under video settings, when you're a host, okay, you can, if you go down to the middle and follow my cursor, you can touch up your appearance. Okay, so you click on touch up, and then it gives you, okay, now if you watch my picture, watch my face, and we go, you'll see that it changes, it lightens up ever so slightly, okay, and it gives you that. You can also, below that, adjust for light, okay, and you can do it manually or automatically. I'm just going to set that there. So that is that helps a lot when your lighting is not 100%. Okay, it just puts that little twist on the actual picture of or your face, what the people see. Okay, and then I always keep it on HD. You see up here, we take it off, and then you put it back on again. It changes the quality of the picture by keeping that on. Okay, so that's a good starting place when you're busy. Even before you start your meeting, you can go in here and touch up your. But now, more interesting than that, okay, if you click on background filters, Let's just move that. And you see on the bottom right-hand corner, you've got Studio Effects. You click on Studio Effects, okay? And now you can put some eyebrows on you, okay? So watch my picture and I'll put an eyebrows on, okay? You see them appear, okay? And they follow with you, they stay with you, okay? So you can add in and have a lot of fun. And you can also, change the like you click in there, make them dark brown, okay? And you say, well, I don't particularly like those. I prefer a little bit more curved, okay? And you see the curved come on. Okay, let me take my glasses off. That'll be easier for you. So you see the come on, or yeah, we take that one. So that looks pretty good, eh? Yeah. So you can start dressing yourself up. You put in your makeup on, and then of course you have the option, if you are, I would guess you probably better as a male, you can decide to put a mustache and a beard on, okay? There we are. I've got a mustache on. Okay. And when my wife sees this, she says, oh, no, no, no. And, but you've got different shapes and things, you see. You can put that on, there we go. That's a, and that looks like an interesting one. So, and of course, you can go down and you can make it a little bit a different color, okay, by enhancing a little bit. You can use this arrow, this stretch down there, and there, now it really looks serious, okay, okay. So you've put your makeup on before you start your lesson, okay, if you so desire, and it will stay on for the entire lesson, not when you leave, it will stay there. And you can, on the top there, underneath Studio Effects name, you can apply to all future meetings. So it will remember you as a host, and you will have that all the time, okay? And a lot of people use it. I don't. And then you come down to the lip color as well. You can make your lips whatever color you want. You put some lipstick on, and there we are. So now I've got lipstick on, as you can see, and you can decide on the color that you prefer. Okay, and yeah, okay. So that is something. Let's just go a little bit. That now, oh my goodness me, doesn't my lipstick look good, boys?
You look like Boy George.
I don't know if that's a compliment or not. Okay, and then to reset it all, to take it all off, there's a set at the bottom. You click reset, okay, and it's all back to normal. You can see none and none there, and I can put my glasses back on now. And you click close, and you back to the original settings if that's what you are after at this particular point in time. So I want to now close this. So I go to the top and I click on the cross X on the top, and it takes it out. Okay. So now we want to look at some other aspects, like you mentioned the breakout room. Okay. Now, with the breakout room, it comes with the free version of Zoom. All right. So unlike polling, it doesn't. But the breakout rooms are, as I say, are free. I just want to bring it in. There we are. I just made my screen a bit larger because there you can see the breakout rooms down at the bottom. Can you all see them? Just nod your head. Okay. On my
Okay.
yeah, share the screen I'm sharing with you. Okay. You won't necessarily see it on another device because you may not have clicked on the settings in the clouds to say show breakout rooms. So you may need to go to zoom.us and click on breakout rooms. All right, and just it's, as I say, it is free, so it's there for you to do. Okay, so you click on breakout rooms. Now I see there are 24 of us in the class, so maybe we're going to now, we will break out into a room so you get a feel of it and you see what we're doing. I'm not just going to tell you now, but I must tell you that this is the first time I told you in the class that I'm going to do this, okay, as part of the tips and tricks. So let's see. I think we probably need, if we have 4 rooms, 6 4s are 24. We could have 6 in a room. We could say, right, that's probably all right. Or we could go to 6 rooms and have 4. But let's go to 4 rooms. And we have various options now. We can allow Zoom to assign people to the various rooms, okay? And then everybody gets assigned to a room, okay? Or you can do it manually. So if you've got a class of people that each room is going to serve a specific purpose, maybe that one's going to teach science and that one's going to talk about maths and that one's going to talk about world geography, and then you might want to assign them yourself. And you can do that by clicking assign manually. You can also let participants choose a room. Now that comes in handy in a conference, okay? You could have a separate speaker in each room, okay? And now each room, you can name each room, according to either the speaker's name or the subject that he's speaking on. So you can change the room names, and you say, well, you can choose your own room depending on what you came to the conference for, okay, and what you want more information on. And then after the breakout rooms, you would come back to the main room. So we see at the bottom here, Zoom has said it'll be 6 participants per room. And so now we click create, okay? And now everybody's been allocated. You're not in the room yet. You're not in the room yet, okay? You've been allocated to a room randomly, okay? And just you can see where your name appears. And now you see that room, one can rename that room, okay? Just by holding your cursor over and clicking on it, okay? If you deleted the room, the people would be allocated between 3 rooms, okay? So this is really handy to be able to rename the room because you can be specific now. And as I've already mentioned, now people, particularly when they want to choose their own, okay? And today, obviously, we're just all going to go into a room. The host, like myself, will not go into a room. The host will stay in the main room, which you're all in now. You're all in the main room. You're all in my room, okay? And so now you are going to go. I'm going to go to the bottom. And before I open the rooms, I could add another room, just for whatever reason, okay? And I could go to options as well, okay? Now you click on options, okay? Here there are some settings that you could use. Allow participants to choose a room, allow participants to return to the main session at any time. That's an interesting one because you are in the room until it finishes, okay? And I've set the room at the moment for 3 minutes, all right? And then everybody will come back to the main room automatically. And you can set the time in there, okay? But if somebody wants to return, you could click that and say, right, we're going to allow them to return at any time, okay, into the main room. They might sit around until the meeting's finished, but there might be a reason that they've come out of that room, okay? We're going to automatically move people into rooms. The breakout rooms close automatically, and all you do there is you click on it, and it could be a 60-minute room. It could be an hour that you are blocked away and using that particular room. I can imagine in a Bible study, you could have different rooms and then different aspects of the Bible being discussed for an hour. But let's just leave it on 3. Then it says, notify me when the time is up. Because remember, I'm not in the room. So I've got to be drinking tea, waiting for you. I can send a message, a text message into a room if I wanted to, okay? And I can also actually go and visit the room just to say hi or just to listen, in fact. And then when finally the last minute is there, we've set a countdown time of 60 seconds. Perhaps we could just make it 10 seconds. And so now we've done the options that we had available to ourselves for the breakout room. And remember, this breakout room is in the free version of Zoom, okay? So you can all use it, and you've got people, and I think it would be fun. Okay, this is the first time ever I'm using it, but let's have a look. I'm now going to click on Open All Rooms. Now, what's going to happen is you're going to find yourself in the rooms that you can see above with your name in the room. Now, I'd like you in the room to talk to each other. Okay, I'd like you to introduce yourself, where you're from, and perhaps what you like doing when you're not on Zoom, okay? Or perhaps what you do on Zoom, or what you intend to do on Zoom. And you've got sort of 3 minutes between 6 of you. So, you've got like 30 seconds or something for everybody to say something. We're not going to sort of make a leader or somebody, because it's very short time we've got that I put in there just to show you. And so now I'm going to click the open rooms. The next thing you'll be aware of is that you're in the room with those 6 people and start talking to each other, and I won't be there. Goodbye.
Don't you want to get on Zoom to learn something? Teaches you how to draw and all kinds of stuff. Well, you got to learn how to do stuff by yourself.
Okay, Florence. And Ra, I see either you came in later and you haven't been allocated to a room, or you have chosen not to. So everybody else has been allocated to a room, and they're in the room now talking. So you can talk to me if you want to. That's fine. Ra, have you just arrived, or did you choose not to go into a room?
I left and came back.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, and Florence?
Yes, I left and came back.
Okay. Any particular reason? Just, I'm curious.
Bathroom.
Sorry?
Bathroom.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Okay. And I guess there could have been an option for you to turn off your camera and the microphone and rush off. I'm just interested because I haven't experienced.
Well, I did turn it off. And I rejoined when I came back.
Okay, fair enough. And Rod, did you have a particular reason or not? Okay, I see they've got 35 seconds left, and you can see at the top there it's counting down for Ryan and Florence, right at the top there. And I can click join, and I'll join any one of the rooms just to see what's going on, which I haven't done. We're going to see how this transpires and works out. Okay, time is up for 3 minutes breakout room. Do you want to close all breakout rooms? I'm going to click close now. Okay, and they're getting a countdown. You see at the bottom, and the countdown is there. And then when it hits north, and everybody's back. Okay.
Michael, I just want to ask a quick question. I heard you say when you first started talking about the breakout rooms, I heard you say that you go to zoom.us. I didn't understand. Are you saying that you said it was with the free version? Are you saying that you do that when you first sign on to Zoom? I'm unclear on that.
Yeah, when you sign up with Zoom, you've got a Zoom account, and you've always got a Zoom account within Zoom. So you go to zoom.us, and then you sign in. On the right-hand side of the screen, it says log in or sign in. And you sign in there, and then you look for settings. And I'm going to go on to that later in the class for something else. So then you'll see how we do that. All right.
Okay, because yeah, I have a Zoom account set up, but I just didn't get where you said to be able to establish breakout rooms. Okay.
You'll see that later in the room. All right. So I want to know, what was your experience like, in the room when you went into the room? Anybody want to tell me? I can't ask everybody, but maybe a couple of people. Somebody from room 1. Have a look.
I'll just say in our room, I think it was room 4, everyone basically introduced themselves, and that took up the 3 minutes right there.
Okay.
Somebody has some background stuff going on, so I'm having a hard time hearing.
Yeah, I hear it too.
I hear it too.
I do too.
Okay, I've muted that. Okay, it was coming from one of the attendees. Okay. All right, so the most important thing is not what you discussed, all right, but you now understand how to use breakout rooms. Okay, just nod your head if you think you know, or if there's any question you'd like to ask. And Mary, have you used breakout rooms before?
No, I haven't, but I sort of want to learn to do it because the meeting I have that is with so many people is like a speaker meeting once a month, and I open it early so people can come in, but this would be a nice way they could just go in and a few people talk instead of trying to have 100 people talking.
Yeah, it is. It's certainly, you can imagine all sorts of advantages, just with any large group. And
can you show us how we could join ourselves, put ourselves into rooms?
Okay, that was and we'd have to do it all over again. Unfortunately, you will see if you ask for the recording, which you're all entitled to do because you're in the class. You can ask for the recording, and you will see when we go through, when you are all in rooms and I'm sitting out of the room, okay, there's a word there next to each room number, join, 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 join.
Oh, okay.
So it's actually very obvious. So you put your cursor over room 1 and there it says join, okay?
Great, thank you.
I could also have sent a text message into the room, but I got sidetracked talking to 2 people that weren't in the rooms, okay, that came out. So I didn't get to send a message just to see if you received it. Okay, so I see our numbers have grown now, and but long as you understand that you click on the breakout rooms, and it's very simple, okay? It's very easy to do, and you can experiment with it as well. I mean, even when there's nobody in your meeting by yourself, you can still click on it, and then of course there's only one person, and you can't be allocated to a room. But if you've got 2 or 3 people, you can practice. You can practice with that, okay?
Michael, I noticed that Early has her hand up. She's had it up for a while, so I assume she has something to say or ask.
Thank you very much, Sam. Okay. Phil, didn't know if see it or not. Earl, yes.
I just wanted to ask to make sure that you can't do polling in a breakout room.
You can't, sorry, just repeat the question.
Well, can you do polling in a breakout room?
Oh, yes. You can, but polling you need a license for, okay?
Yes.
And you can share a whiteboard in that breakout room as well, okay? And you can do brainstorming on the whiteboard. So yeah, you do have functionality in each room as well.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, pleasure. All right, what we're going to do now, seeing you say polling, really, let's do some polling, okay? So now we look for polling on the menu. You see it down there on the bottom of the screen. Can you all see polling? Okay. Now remember, this does require a license. Okay, so it doesn't come with the free version. And I'm going to show you later in the class where the different pricing is and where you can pay for a paid Zoom. Okay.
Can you mute everyone, please?
Oh, yes. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. There we are. Okay. Thanks, folks. Okay. There's still somebody that I can't make out who it is. Phil, will you find out where the background noise is coming from and just mute that person, please? Okay.
Yep. I'll look for that one.
Okay, great. All right, the sound should be gone now. All right, so back to polling. Although I still hear some noise. Do you all hear noise as well?
Yes.
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 There you go. I muted it.
Thank you.
There we are. Great, Phil. Thanks. Okay. Right. So now we click polling, and you can start from scratch. You can have no poll ready, and you can then start creating a poll. I decided just to create one so you could see it, but you can, if you haven't already created one before the class, like I have, you can then it takes you through step by step. It's very tedious, but once you've created a poll, it's there permanently, and you can have access to it. Thanks, Kim. Sorry, I think somebody's trying to irritate us. Won't get success with me. Okay. All right. So so back to polling again from the motorbike. You create it beforehand. It's always best if you've got a class, because it's going to irritate people if you start creating a poll while they're watching. Because you start with creating a question and then putting in various answers and so forth. Okay, and but you come into your Zoom and you create it in Zoom when nobody's in class. Okay, and so what we're going to do now with polling, because it's as simple as that, is we're going to launch the poll. Okay, so now all of you are going to answer the question that is there on question number 1, and I've only created one. I've got other choices, but we just do this one. Which of these social media apps are your preferred choice? Okay, and it gives some there. Now you just look, and if you really don't have a preferred choice, then the bottom one's your answer. Okay, so I'm going to launch the poll and immediately start deciding and touching on what you want. Okay, the polling's on, and there we've got it. People onto quite a lot onto none. We've got Facebook coming in first. We've got YouTube coming in second, and I guess that's, and there we are, none of the above. Okay, there we are. And Pinterest and Instagram, 2 of my favorite, are coming in last. Okay, and so you got YouTube. Definitely. I'm going to end the polling now if you've all done it. So we're going to click end polling, and now we can share the results. You see there's an icon that says share the results, and there they are. Okay, so you can see that 9 of you out of 26 voted for Facebook, 5 for YouTube, 2 for Instagram, 2 for Pinterest, and 3 have got other interests elsewhere in social media, I would imagine. Okay, and you've got the percentage next to them. So nearly 50% went for Facebook, okay, which is their preferred choice. Now, this you can imagine is you know, can be used for so many different things, and it's almost unfortunate that it's not in the free version, but it's not. So you can use it. I think it just as far as your imagination can go, and you can use it in all sorts of classes. When you know, in an educational type class, in a classroom teaching students, you can do it when you've got a massive room full of people, and you want to know how many have had experience in, let's say, Zoom sharing, and how many have not, and a quick way of finding out. Okay, and as I said earlier, you can actually immediately create one. So maybe during your class, you suddenly realize that you need to know, you know, some information. So you could then quickly type up a question and give various answers. So that is sharing a poll. Okay. Any questions on that?
You actually gave percentages, but I mean, we see percentages on the screen, but you gave us numbers.
That's what I was gonna say. We only see percentages, not numbers of. You mentioned numbers and percentages.
Okay, but you should be able to see it on here because I'm sharing the host screen at the moment. Can't you see in front of the percentage there's a number?
No.
Okay, all right. So only
I'm glad you said that, Wilsey, because I was gonna say it.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing, because that is my first time. So now I'm learning. So for the host, obviously, there are numbers in front of the percentages. Okay, and so
I can also see the numbers.
Who's that?
I can see the numbers. Early, this early, I can see the numbers.
Oh, okay. I guess I can't speak for everyone then.
Do you have a paid account, Early?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
I have a free account and I can see the numbers too.
Well, guess that doesn't mean.
And I see the numbers also. They're in parentheses besides their percentages.
Okay.
That is so weird. I don't.
It is.
Probably your settings, your individual settings.
Yeah.
No, if you move the poll over towards the right, you'll see the smaller screen with the numbers.
Okay. Okay.
No, I think you're talking, that's the host.
Oh, yeah.
That's the host's view.
Right, so if you move that over, because it's covering up the sharing poll results, that has the numbers before the percentages.
You're right. Thank you. I can see them both now.
Good. Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Thanks
that's
for
what
that
we're supposed to be
suggestion.
looking at. His screen, not the poll.
Right.
Where did you go to create the poll? You said you create it and then you put it up. Where do you go to create it?
Because I'd already created it and set it up, it's there automatically. Let's see if we can. When you click polls, if you don't already have a poll created, it takes you through step by step, Mary.
Oh, okay.
It says the first thing it says create a poll, okay, and that becomes interesting. I've actually got it on my slides, and perhaps I'll show you that. Maybe we're getting quite late, so not necessary, but I do have it on my slides. Actually, a picture, and my slides are always my plan B. Okay, so we use slides to. Okay, so I'm going to. You can download it, the results, and you can say, well, let's relaunch it. But the idea was to show you how to use it. So I'm going to close it now. And I want to show you, you see at the bottom down here on your screen, on the shared screen, security, which you won't find as an attendee on your phone, only as a host. You will have this icons. And this is the security of your meeting. Okay, there are various aspects here that are important as a host as we move on. And let's just start at the bottom. Suspend participant activities. Now, my wife had a very nasty experience about 3 or 4 days ago teaching on Zoom, where she was broken into, the class was broken into by Zoom bombers. Right, that, okay, anyway. So by Zoom bombers, and she couldn't get them out. Okay, even with the help of the PA, they were shouting profanities and showing nudity and doing the most horrible things. Now, people can break into Zoom. And so this is how you would now immediately click suspend participant activities. That means everybody's activity, yours and the person, the bomber who has broken into Zoom. Okay. So you would need to just click that quickly, okay? And then no activity is then allowed. The other option is to hover over the person and that is now barged in, and you can remove them. If you hold the cursor on the right-hand side of the screen now, I'm just moved over to the right-hand side of the screen, and just, Mary, sorry, your name just happened to be there. Okay.
Kick me out.
And so you can now immediately go down and you can put them into a waiting room if you want it, but if it's really bad, you can remove them, okay? But 9 times out of 10, they are so clever with their programming and their bombing to get into the meeting that they overwrite that, okay? And so if those 2 options, that one there and the security one down at the bottom here, if they don't work, my suggestion is you just close the meeting, okay? Just close the meeting, okay? Tell everybody attending, saying, I'm sorry, I'm closing the meeting. We can't get rid of the bug, okay? And then you report it to Get Set Up and to Zoom, okay, as well. But Get Set Up will report it to Zoom. So if you just report it to Get Set Up, okay. You do have the option here as well to just remove a particular participant. So you can do it here as well as up top there. So, anyway, that's, I hope it never happens to any of you, and I hope it doesn't happen to me. But my wife was shaken for the rest of the day. In fact, even the next day, you can imagine having some absolute the worst type of words and stuff. So it does happen. Just be aware, and people get amusement out of it. Okay, then as we go up, annotate on shared content. This is now, if we look at the top, this is allowing participants. You can click on, they can share. Come on. Okay, there we are. Of course, I've now clicked. As soon as you click on something, then the menu drops down again to security. You can share screen. I can allow people to chat here. I can get them to rename themselves. These are all participants. Okay, this is part of your security in here. You can allow people to unmute themselves, or you just click that and don't allow them to unmute themselves. Okay. Maybe it's a lecture type operation where you don't want interaction, and you allow them to start their video whenever they want to, and then annotate on shared content. I'm going to click on that as well, and you see now that there's a tick next to annotate on shared content. Okay. Then at the very top, you may have a type of meeting where there's a set number of people, and it's a serious meeting, maybe a board of directors meeting of your company, or all the book club members are in, you know them, and you can now lock the meeting and nobody can come in, not even a bomber, okay, a Zoom bomber. You can lock the meeting. But generally you never lock the meeting because there's always latecomers, okay? A latecomer wouldn't be able to get into your meeting. And so it's only when you know everybody's there and you can lock it, or you threaten them before in the invitation, be on time because I'm locking the meeting. But you've got to have a character like mine to do that. Okay, so you can enable the waiting room by just clicking here. You can also do it in the clouds as a permanent thing. This is meeting by meeting. It will remember these ticks for your next meeting, but you can come and change them. Okay, so enable a meeting room is that people arrive early, which often they do when you're having sort of a book club meeting or something. You know, they arrive 10 or 15 minutes early, and then they're going to put the kettle on and they wait for their meeting and so on. And you might have actually started the meeting 10 minutes early and you've gone and put the kettle on. So, anyway, you can keep them in a waiting room, and then Zoom will say at the time that it's scheduled to start, on the hour, let's say, Zoom would say, admit all or admit this person, if it's one person at a time that is arriving. Okay, Zoom will ask you, and you'll just click admit, and they'll be made in straight away. So a waiting room, when I first started with Get Set Up, I put on my waiting room, and I thought, no, sure, I don't want people arriving 15 minutes early. And but now I've turned it off, because if they do arrive early, I chat to them. So it's not a problem. And then of course hide profile pictures. I don't know when you would hide. Maybe there are too many people in the class and you just want the name up. Then if you say hide profile pictures, just the person's name would come up, and you wouldn't get a square that you see on the screen now. All right, are there any questions on security?
What did you say, the rename yourselves? What is that?
If you look on the right, you know, all of you have got a name, okay? Let's just get that up again. There, you see, all of you have got a name. Now, if there was one today that just had a number, okay, but be that as it may, you can, there's a number, yeah, okay. So if the person thinks no, you know, all they can do is, because I've ticked they can change their name, they come here and they just tap on that and they can type in their own name in that, and from a number. But sometimes you're using your spouse's Zoom, but for this meeting you want your name on it, so you can then type it and put your name in for the meeting. Okay.
Oh, okay. And then what did you say about hovering over a name to remove a participant? Did you say something about hovering over a name?
Yeah, like I'm doing now on the right-hand side.
Mhm.
You know, all you got to do is go onto your Zoom meeting and just hover over, and you'll get options that are different to what I'm doing now because I'm a host. Okay, but
Okay.
all you got to do. Okay. All right. What I want to do now is I want to share a screen. Okay. Obviously, I'm sharing a screen at the moment, but when you want to share a screen, you can click on share a screen, and whatever is open on your desktop will appear here. Okay, so if you want certain things, you would put them on your desktop if you want a quick way of sharing them. Okay, so if we click on, let's say, whiteboard, okay, at the moment you can see I'm clicking on my entire screen. It's got a blue border around it, and you're seeing everything that is on my thing. Even right at the bottom, you see what I've got minimized on my desktop. So you see everything on the desktop. Okay, and now if we click on whiteboard and then go down to the bottom right-hand corner and click on share, we now have an option, and you also have an option. So there comes the annotate tools that are at the top. You would click on that, and you would say click first on select, and then you say, well, what do I want to select? I select text first, and you just click wherever you want it, and a box will open, and you can type anything into that box. I had saved that before the lessons, so I could just paste it. Okay, so you can now make the box any size that you want to, and you can scribble on it now. Go ahead, just scribble, because you click on select, then you click on draw, and you click on any one of these, and you can do anything you like. Okay, and okay, there you are. Well done. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so just keep on going. I want everybody just to try. You just scribble. And thanks, Kathy. Yeah. So you can go if you want to change what you're now doing there. You can go to select again. That cancels what you had selected, and you can go to, let's say, stamp, and you can collect a stamp, and wherever you stamp it, that comes up. Okay. And you can collect a tick, and wherever you click a tick, it comes up. You go back to select to take it out. Come on, I want to see more mess than this.
I'm not able to do anything. My cursor isn't allowing me to do anything.
I can't do anything either.
Same here.
I've given permission from my side for you to do that, so I'm not sure. But the most important thing is you see how a host does it. Okay, and so let's stop that. You've seen that. You see clear here. I'm going to now clear all drawings, and we can save it, and on the right hand side, and everybody can, we can download it and get a copy. But I'm just going to clear it for now. I go clear all drawings, and hey presto, it is all gone. Okay, now what I want to do in line with that, I'm going to select something here. Let's have a look. I'm going to select this photo that I've created, and now we've got a word search. Okay, but it's for kiddies. Okay, so now you would do exactly the same as you did before. So there are various ways. You can either go to do the serial around. Let's say you select the text, and let's say we go to draw, and we go to that fat line, and we can then put a line through it like that. Okay, now this is something you've chosen. You're going to have some fun with your grandchildren, or depending on their age. Okay, And I mean, you should have, those who do have access should be able to now, there we are. You can use a line like that. You can use a single line. Yeah, that's great if you hit text. And so there are various options of doing that. So
I think maybe some people don't know you need to go up to view options and say annotate in order to get your cursor to be able to do it.
The screen is too small. I can't see what the options are.
On view options?
Yeah, all the way on the top.
Yeah,
I know, but I can't read them.
It's the one right above the last one. It's all the way down at the bottom, but one above the last choice.
Kind of in the middle.
All right.
Oh, you don't have the percentages?
I cannot see them. They're just too small on my screen to actually see them. I mean, I can see the types of food, but I cannot see the choices up there.
Oh, no, not the types of food. No.
No, I understand. I just cannot see the choices for editing and creating.
Oh.
They're too small.
Oh, I see what you're saying. But that's not where I was asking you to look. So if you see where it says edit and create though, right? You see that? Do you see where it says edit and create? That's not what I'm talking about. Right. If you go up to where it says you are viewing Michael Plumstead's screen. All the way up at the top, in green at the top.
It's not on mine.
Yeah, I found it.
Yeah, it's only there if you mouse over. It goes away.
All the way to the top of the whole thing.
Right, the whole thing.
Yeah,
and then you click view options to the right of that.
Thank you. Yeah, I saw that.
Then you go to annotate, and now you'll be able to
get the. So how do you get the pencil? Stop the pencil from drawing.
It's a super secret thing. Okay.
All right. I think we got the idea. Thanks.
You go to how do you stop it? I mean, how do you stop?
There's an X. There's an X on that toolbar.
Okay.
To stop it.
Oh.
All right. I'm going to clear everything now. Thank you. Much
okay.
Doing for that. But what I'm going to okay. Don't carry on. I want to share another one here. Yeah, you can have this one now. This is that's a little bit. That's now a little bit more like an adult, but it's a young adult, maybe teenager type thing. So you can find those if you like, and yeah, there we are. You've got the idea, and yeah, you can. So. Yeah.
Were you going to show us how to, or me or whoever's interested, how to do set up a breakout room?
We've done a breakout room.
Well, yeah, you had said that from the very beginning or something that you go to Zoom.us.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I just want to. Okay, you can see how to do this. I'm going to clear the drawings and I want to just go back to basics. Let's just do that. Okay. At this point, I must point out that we have exceeded the hour, but there are things I haven't shown you, and I'm very happy to continue. But if some of you have got appointments or got other classes, I understand. You can maybe leave a comment in the chat and leave, but I will carry on because, as I said at the beginning, this is the first time I've done this class, and I think I've put in too much, and so. But I know I want to show you, the things in the cloud, and I also want to show you some of the virtual reality. So. Let me just take you to, okay, we're now in the clouds, and we're now, as you can see on the top, zoom.us and stroke pricing, all right? I said, that's also one of the things I said that we would do would be to show you the different prices. So if you go to pricing, you'll see the different annual fees that are listed here and what you get for them underneath. Okay, so I'd like you just to go there and have a look. And you can, if you don't have an app, you can use this aspect to host your meeting. Okay, and on the right-hand side of the screen at the top there, you can host a meeting. If the pictures are in the way, just move them away with your fingers, okay, off your screen. But you would see there, and you can join a meeting and schedule a meeting. That's all covered in the.
I'm fine. It's a very, very good meeting. I'm learning all these tricks for hosting a Zoom meeting. He's running over time, but it's been very helpful for all the little extras. So, you sure that's okay? Oh, okay. I'll call just a little bit. He just started real late. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. So in the cloud, you'll get information, a lot of information and Zoom under support. So for virtual background, which I'm going to show you now, you will find all types of information. And even when you're, where my cursor is now, troubleshooting, you would click on that. It would take you through a whole lot of troubleshooting. And it also, it has a video here that you can listen to and how to use your virtual background. And I strongly recommend it because basically that is almost an hour. This is only a few minutes, this video, but as part of the class, before you even start out with virtual background, I need you to come here. You see on the top, support.zoom.us. Okay, I'll put these in the email that I sent you. I'll put these links in the email. So you will get them. And there are requirements before you can start thinking about using virtual background. And so, for example, if you're using Windows 10 on your computer or you're using a Mac, okay, there are sort of prerequisites. Okay, you've got to have a certain standard of computer. Okay, don't go drawing on your Sylvia. Okay, I guess that's what happens. All right. So one of I want to just share again and show you on the actual. I'm going to share the whole screen again, and no, I don't want that. Let me rather minimize that. Yes, there we are. Okay, and we go down to, let's have a look here. You click on that little up arrow and you say choose virtual background. You click on virtual background and you'll see under settings, we saw it earlier, remember when I was putting on my makeup, and so we came here, but now we're on virtual background. First of all, depending on how many, you see there's a little up, I'll just go up. I've got quite a lot of backgrounds that I've been experimenting with, but Zoom will give you some default ones, like this one, for example. You click on it and immediately your background comes up. And I saw one of you was using this one, okay? Or you can just blur your background, okay, into virtually nothing. And, or you can have none, which I won't do now. And, you could have that one, but you can choose any picture that you like on the internet and make it you can post it to PowerPoint if you've got PowerPoint, and then save PowerPoint as a JPEG. And so let's say you now want to add another image. You click on this little plus sign, okay, and you go over your cursor to add an image. And so let's say you in the baking business and you want to now find an image, and I'd already created this. You can see it's a JPEG. So in other words, it's a picture. So you click on it and you click on open, and there it's up. Okay, I'll take my head out the way. Okay, you got Kevin Cookie Company. Okay, you can't see the whole of the Kevin, but that's all you do. The picture's there. You can put any picture you like up. Okay. And it'll stay here in the, so you prepare the picture beforehand, and then you click on the plus sign and it takes you up.
Do you need to have like a white background or light background? Because I've tried doing virtual backgrounds and they come out blurred.
Yeah, that's why I started off with the go into zoom.us in the clouds, because there are certain prerequisites that your computer has to have. There's certain specifications, a certain create a virtual background. Okay, so you must make sure you qualify, that your PC qualifies or your device qualifies for that background. Okay, so you must go to Zoom and check it out. Okay, and then also in the Zoom, when you're doing that, and you will go to settings and click on allow, but you can do it here as well. Okay, so if you find in trouble, there's a lot of troubleshooting that I showed you on zoom.us. Go to those troubleshootings. Okay, you need to, because this is not just a quick fix. Okay, unless you've got a computer that you bought this year, then they definitely would order a device, because then it will be strong enough and you'd be able to upload a picture.
Do you have a green screen, Michael?
How about what, sorry?
Do you have a green screen behind you?
Yes, I do have. No, but you don't need it. Okay. Let me. I also have a board behind me. There, I do have a green screen behind me. But if I turn it around, it's a whiteboard as well. I don't need the green screen. I had it before I bought a more modern computer. I had a very old, 10-year-old computer, okay, which didn't support the process. So.
Well,
but I don't need it. If you click green screen here, it will, and I do have one, it will make, you know, at the moment, for example, if I put up my hand, you'll see that my hand is not 100% clear. You get sort of green as you move it. If you use a green screen and you click down here on and as if it was there, you'd see it as clear as that. If I had a green screen and I clicked green screen on it, okay.
So how do you put a picture, if you just want to put a picture up and not be present? Because I've seen people just have their pictures up and they're not actually showing themselves.
That is with your settings. You go to zoom.us and you upload a picture. Also, when you've downloaded the app, where on the right-hand side, there's your initial or name, you click on that, and there's an option there. And also under set, just underneath your picture, there's a little cog wheel. That is your settings as well. So you would find your settings there to change settings and upload pictures and cursors and things like that. All right, so there is something else that I'd like to show you, but I don't know if you have the time. Do you want? I wanted to show you, while we're talking about the virtual background, we can use our presentation behind us as a virtual background. Do you want to see that? Nod your head. Do you want to see it? Okay. All right. Let me show you that then. Okay. So what you would do, you would go to new slide or a share. Okay. You would click advanced in the middle there, and you see down there, there's a beta version, an experimental version by Zoom on PowerPoint as your background. You would click on that, go down to the bottom right hand and click share. Okay. It now wants a PowerPoint background. Let's open one for it. And so it will take a little bit of time. It's busy opening a PowerPoint. And now look where I am. I'm in front. Okay, you see here, I'm in front of my screen. So my my slides, I can, down the bottom of the screen, I can now click and I can now move and give you a presentation, which I could have done today, and I nearly was going to, and then I decided to go the route that we did go. But this is really interesting. Mary, have you ever used this?
No, but I like it.
It's great because you can also you can do things with your. I can stop my video on the top. Okay, you see, I don't know if you can see on the screen next to my picture. I just clicked on those three dots, and I say stop the video. Oh, then the whole video stops. Yesterday it didn't, but we'll start video again. Okay. There was an option where you could remove yourself off the top. Okay. But this is really great. And
so question, Michael, I like this. What about the strip of participants? Can I eliminate that so that I wouldn't have that clutter as well as your face as a separate in front of the PowerPoint as well?
First of all, you absolutely can. Okay, there is a setting where you say only show names. Okay, but they will show names. You can take the participants list away. Okay, but their name will still appear on your Zoom. Okay, but when it's only a name, it's then very small, and it reduces this quite a lot. So
you have to do that in the setup, or you can do it like I'm looking at you now.
Yeah, and no, you do it in the settings. You go to settings, and let's just have a look. We might be able to get to quick settings under start video, rename, share screen, chat, hide profile pictures. There we are. So if we click that when we started, we would then, no, those were profile pictures. No, that wasn't right. So I can't answer you right now and take you to where the setting is, but there is a setting to not show the video. Okay, so just please look at this. And I will look it up after the class and have it ready for my next class. Okay, so you see, this is really fun. Okay, you're in front now. Okay, and you could be talking, and you got your slides behind you here. Okay,
I did find it. I went up to video view options, and then it said hide.
Okay. Oops, your microphone's off again. We'll see. Okay.
And then it hid the strip. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Michael, I have a question. Going back to sharing, how would I share pictures that I have on Google Photos?
Right. You certainly can. Okay. You need to download it to your app, okay, or to your device or your computer, and save it as a picture or a JPEG or a .png. In other words, what normal pictures are saved as on your device, and then you can just upload it. Okay, so you download it first and then upload it to your.
How did you once again you switched so that you're in front of the in front of your screens? I know you said to click on New Share at the top, and then you said click Advanced, and I missed what you said after what you did. I think you went to your downloads or something. I missed what you did after you clicked Advanced.
What was this? I was just now to get to this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that your face is in front of what you're.
Okay. What I did was, let's see if we went to share, and we went to advanced, and we went to PowerPoint as a virtual background, and then we shared it.
Oh, PowerPoint is a virtual. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Pleasure. So yeah, it's really great. I'll probably in my next presentation, I'll probably just use the slides just for fun, so that I've done it once. But so you can see here the slide numbers at around there, 31 slides that move to, you know. So we did the polling. One of you asked here about how do you, when you click polling, you immediately comes up add a question. Okay, is that person still in the class? Otherwise it's not worth going through. No. Somebody asked, how do I add a question? It's the first thing that comes up when you do not have a poll. Okay. All right. I think we've overgone by 20 minutes, and I apologize for that, but I hope you have benefited from everything. Okay.
Michael, in one of your other classes, you might want to show people how to take a photo of a group in Zoom. That might be something you might want to cover.
You mean how do you present Zoom in Zoom?
No, how do, like we have people now. So how would I take a photo of everyone attending my meeting?
Oh, you do control print screen.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Control, okay. Hold control down and click print screen. Okay. And it then saves it to a clipboard and then also saves it to somewhere on your device. Okay. Probably under documents. It'd probably be a documents for under documents. There'll be a place to that it automatically puts screenshots.
Thank you.
Screenshots, yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks very much for attending, and it's really great. I've enjoyed my first one, and I hope you have learned something.
You have to.
Yes, sure have.
Great tips. Thanks so much.
Okay. Thank you. All right.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you. Take care, Michael.